Welcome, amazing kids, to Word Wonder, Bible Kids. We're going on a journey through the most wonderful book ever, the Bible. We'll meet awesome heroes, see incredible miracles, and discover God's amazing love. And guess what? It all begins at the very start of everything. So let's dive into the great Bible adventure, the book of Genesis, the beginning of everything. Hey kids, have you ever wondered how the world began? Where did the stars, the animals, and even you come from? Well, today we're going on an amazing journey to the very first book of the Bible, Genesis. A long, long time ago, before there were people, before there were animals, before there was even light, there was nothing, just darkness and emptiness. But then God said, "Let there be light." And boom, a bright light appeared. And just like that, the first day began. God created light and separated it from darkness. Then God made the sky. On the third day, God made the land, the sea, and every tree and plant you can think of. On the fourth day, God made the sun, moon, and stars, so we could have day and night. Next, God filled the sky and sea with all kinds of creatures, birds, fish, and even the biggest whale you can imagine. On the sixth day, God created animals, but he saved the best for last. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image." God made the first man, Adam, and the first woman, Eve, in his own image. He gave them a beautiful home called the Garden of Eden. And on the seventh day, God rested. God looked at everything he made and said, "It is very good." Now, this is the story of the first people on earth. Adam and Eve lived in a perfect world. No pain, no sadness, just joy and friendship with God. But God gave them one rule: do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And guess what? The snake came and whispered to Eve, "Did God really say you can't eat this fruit? It will make you wise, just like him." Eve took a bite and then handed the fruit to Adam, and Adam ate the fruit too. How sad. Uh-oh, Adam and Eve disobeyed God, and when sin entered the world, everything changed. Adam and Eve look afraid. Then God sent Adam and Eve out of the garden, and a flaming sword guarded the entrance to the Garden of Eden. But even then, God had a plan to fix everything. Many years later, the descendants of Adam and Eve started to increase on the earth. People kept disobeying God except for one man, Noah. So God told Noah to build a giant boat, an ark. Noah took the animals to the ark, 2 by 2. It rained very heavily for 40 days and 40 nights. The floodwaters increased upon the earth, but Noah and his family were safe in the ark. After 40 days, the rain stopped, and when the land dried, God made a rainbow as a promise. He would never flood the whole earth again. Then, after Noah, God spoke to Abraham, the father of faith. Abraham stood outside looking up at a night sky full of stars. God said to Abraham, "Your children will be as many as the stars." And even though Abraham and Sarah were really old, God gave them a son, Isaac. God always keeps his promises. And Abraham's son, Isaac, had 2 sons, Jacob and Esau. Now Jacob had 12 sons. Joseph was Jacob's favorite son. His father had made him a colorful coat of many colors. God was also speaking to Joseph during the night, yes, through dreams. But his brothers were jealous and sold him as a slave. In Egypt, Joseph was even thrown into prison, yet he was innocent. But God had a plan, and he surely remembered Joseph. Joseph became a ruler, yes, a prime minister in Egypt, and he later saved his family from a great famine that was in all the world. So you see, Word Wonder Kids, even when bad things happen, God can turn them for good. And that's the story of Genesis. But this is just the beginning. Next time, we'll see what happens in Exodus. Did you love the amazing stories in Genesis? wonderful. Now ask your parent to subscribe to Word Wonder so that you also watch the next episode. See you in Exodus.
In the beginning there was light so bright. God made the day and painted the night. He made the stars and the seas below, the flowers bloom and the winds that blow. Oh, what a story of love so true, God's mighty wonders in all we do. From the dawn of time to the sky so wide, He walks beside us, He's our guide. Adam and Eve in the garden so fair, but one wrong choice and sin was there. Still God's love never fades away, for in His mercy He'll always stay. Oh, what a story of love so true, God's mighty wonders in all we do. From the dawn of time to the sky so wide, He walks beside us, He's our guide. Built an ark through rain and roar. 2 by 2 animals came on board. The rainbow's promise still shines today. God keeps us safe in His loving way. Abraham wandered to a land unknown, trusting God, he made it his home. Joseph dreamed though trials he'd face, he rose to power by God's pure grace. Oh, what a story of love so true, God's mighty wonders in all